It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Brooklyn Beats.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he'll give it here to his running back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Now remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 2.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The Bears first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Number 14. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 7, Beats nothing.
Push him back. Push him back.
Second and 9 now. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Eddie Goldman coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 42, Mike 42. Hey, I'm coming. Mike 42, Mike 42. Bound to lose one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. Hey, please. Go deep. Some motion. Mike.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
By the Bears.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Bears 14. Beats nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's going to let this go deep for James. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
The Bears' first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
Complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Bears 28, Beats nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Patterson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they...
And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it. Off.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
We own them. We own them.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
1st and goal.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Watch one. Watch one. Wild Bill.
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
That's trash. That's trash. So Mike's number 1, Mike's number 1.
Patterson on the carry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this is caught by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
At the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Chicago.
On first down, it's Patterson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And the Bears first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. You can't block me. You can't block me. 52. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Taken down at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
24 is the mic.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. forced out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, Parker, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys are able to get a score back. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Makes the score Bears 42, Beats 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Caught by number
4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice carry there of 15 yards. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Good.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
38-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
Retains possession.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week.